Hello and welcome to Bre Watkins Yoga. I'm Bre, and today we'll be doing part 1 of our seated flow series. This is a gentle flow directed around the lungs and the heart space, so it's great for anybody starting or ending their day or whoever needs a quick stretch during a work break. So let's get started. Come to a nice and comfortable seat when you're ready. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Start to pay attention to the rhythm of your breath. Is it short and shallow? Are you breathing long and deep? Are there any hitches within your breath? And as we begin to observe the breath, try and make it seamlessly long. And we'll create some synergy with that breath. So on your exhale, interlacing the fingers and pressing those palms down towards the ground. At the end of your exhale, as you inhale, bring those palms forward and up towards the sky. You'll feel a nice stretch here as we breathe into the space of the lungs and exhale the hands back down to the heart, interlacing the fingers and pressing them towards the ground. Inhaling the palms back in front of the heart and up towards the sky. We'll just continue with this cycle of movement and breath as we bring the palms back down to our heart on the exhale, interlacing the fingers and pressing them down towards the ground. And we'll start to synchronize our breath with our movement. So continue on your own, inhaling the palms up and over, and exhaling the palms back to center and down towards the ground. And this is a beautiful breath meditation where we can synchronize the different bodies of movement, right? Breath and physical body, and arrive within the present moment. And you might notice as we begin to move with the breath, we create heat within the body. We find more space with each cycle of movement in the shoulders, the chest, and the arms. And every time that mind wanders into a thought, memory, plan, a distraction, always return back to deepening the breath. All right, come on back to center with the palms in front of the heart, and we'll move on. So bringing the arms up and grabbing onto our left elbow first with the right palm, finding a nice stretch here, right? Pulling that elbow in, breathing deeply here. When you're ready, release, and we'll switch arms. So grabbing onto the right elbow with the left palm and finding a nice stretch within the arm and the shoulder. We'll just start to open up the space around the lungs and the heart. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. Come on back to center. Bring your palms out in front of you, arms nice and straight. What we'll do is release that right wrist, grab onto the top of the hand with the left palm, and pull that palm towards you. You'll feel a nice forearm and wrist stretch. Breathing deeply here. When you're ready, flip that palm up, grabbing onto the inside of the hand and pulling it towards you. And release when you're ready. We'll do the other side, grabbing onto the outside of the hand with the right palm, pulling that left palm towards you. When you're ready, flip that palm up, grab onto the top of the hand, and pull that palm towards you. And release. All right, let's do something for the shoulders now. Grabbing onto the tops of the shoulders with the palms. We're making big circles with the elbows here. So we're getting into that chest and shoulder space, right? And finding the widest range of motion within the shoulder blades. Feel free to go as fast or slow as you want here. And switch direction when you're ready. It's normal if, maybe your cheeks are tugging at the sides of your lips. It just means our neck and our chest are a bit tight, right? So notice how the body responds to dynamic movement and shake it out when you're ready. All right, coming on back to center, we'll bring the arms out wide, bringing that right arm across the body and grabbing onto the wrist with the left arm. We'll just find a nice shoulder and outer arm stretch here. So taking deep breaths, even in this static posture, to create movement within the body. Switching arms whenever you're ready. Notice if this side feels different than the other. All right, shake it out. We'll do something for the neck now. So planting that right palm next to the hip, nice and firm on the mat. So we don't want the wrist to lift at all. Bringing the left arm over and around, grabbing onto the side of the ear. Gently tug over to the left. So we'll find a nice and intense stretch in the neck, shoulder, and arm here. Be gentle with your limbs, breathing deeply into space that holds tension. Release when you're ready. Turn your chin in towards your armpit, grabbing onto the back of the head, gently tug downward. Getting into the deeper parts of where the neck and shoulder combine. And release when you're ready. Planting the left palm, bring that arm over and around, grabbing onto the side of the ear. Gently tug over to the right. And release. Turn your chin in towards your armpit, grabbing onto the back of the head. Gently tug downward. Saying hello to the upper back and the neck. All right, come on back to center, relaxing the shoulders. Release an ear over to one side and roll the crown of your head forward and around. So we're going to come into slow and gentle neck rolls here, just to observe where our neck begins and ends. So we're not sinking into the shoulders, but extending away with the crown of the head to create space. And notice any places in the neck that are tight, any places in the neck that are open, or if you feel any pain, right? Maybe starting with smaller circles or adjusting however you need. And keeping the spine nice and straight, right? Switch direction whenever you're ready, right? And we're sectioning off that motion within the neck. So there's minimal movement, within the upper body or the hips, right? It's all sectioned off within the rotation of the neck and the face. And this should feel relatively good, right? All right. Coming back to center, we'll do a few cat-cows to say hello to the heart space. So bringing the chest forward towards the front of the room, releasing the shoulders behind you. And then on your exhale, releasing that heart back, putting some weight into the palms and tucking the chin. Finding a nice stretch, we'll continue to the rhythm of our breath. So inhaling that heart forward, finding space, and exhaling the heart back when you're ready. A nice squeeze and soak of the organs here to deplete any toxins, right? Getting rid of anything that is no longer serving us and replenishing those organs with fresh blood flow. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. All right. Come on back to center. We'll do some thoracic spine circles. So it's the center of the spine here. And we're just going to rotate the middle of the spine forward and back, right? And we're going to combine it with the movement of our breath. So we're going to inhale the heart forward and exhale the heart back. And you can go as slow or fast as you want here, right? There's so much going on with the layers of muscle and ligament, tendon, bone. I kind of like to take my time to observe and experience as much as I can, every little detail. And switch direction whenever you're ready. So we're still inhaling forward and exhaling back. We're just going in the opposite direction here, right? And notice if this direction feels any different from when we started this dynamic posture, right? If you can't feel a difference, that's perfectly normal too, right? All we're here to do is explore the body. Find some peace within the body and the mind, and ultimately enjoy the present moment. All right. Come on back to center. We'll do a nice and forward fold. I'll just readjust here. Bring my palms up towards the sky and release forward. So notice how your lower back, your inner and outer hips feel in this posture, if they're tight or open, right? And then we'll roll up when we're ready. Switch the crossing of the legs and fold forward again. So you may feel like this side feels a bit different than your other side, and that's perfectly normal, right? Just noticing the subtle differences in the right and left sides of the body. Roll on up whenever you're ready, and we'll do something for the feet here. So I just turned to the side so you could see what I'm doing here. So bring your legs out in front of you, and we're gonna do some ankle rolls, and we don't want the shins to move, right? So they might want to naturally move with the ankles. We want to keep them nice and still. And this way, we section off the rotation within the ankles and the feet, right? So finding the widest range of motion, really reaching with the feet and ankle joint to create space, right? Notice any tightness here in the nerve endings and the small little muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones. And we'll switch direction whenever you're ready. So rolling out the ankles, the shins are nice and still, and shake it out. Say hello to your inner and outer hip flexors. We'll do one more. So point your toes, pick up a pencil, and bring it back towards you. Point your toes, pick up a pencil, and bring it back towards you. Right? I like to call this a full body massage, right? Lots of nerve endings in the feet. And it's nice to give them a bit of a stretch as well, right? They do a lot for us. Breathing deeply here. All right. When you're ready, come back to a seated position. Bring your hands in front of your heart, and thank you for practicing.